Hello students, welcome to Sourav's classes. So in today's video we'll be solving a question from MSQE past year solution. So in this question it is given Mr. B earns 500 today and rupees 500 tomorrow. So Mr. B earned rupees 500 today and rupees 500 tomorrow. Now he can save for future by investing today in bonds that return tomorrow the principal plus the interest. So the principal plus the interest. Now he can also borrow from his bank paying an interest. So he can also borrow from his bank paying an interest. Now when the interest rates on both bank loans and bonds are 15%, Mr. B chooses neither to save nor to borrow. So when interest rate on both bank loans and bonds are 15%, Mr. B chooses neither to save nor to borrow. So in option A it is asked that suppose the interest rate on bank loans goes up to 30% and the interest rate on bonds fall to 5%. So interest rate on bonds falls to 5% and interest rate on loans goes up to 30%. So write down the equation of new budget constant and draw his budget line. So first we'll try to solve question number A. So we have to write down the budget constant for this. So for this we'll consider the old budget set as, so we'll consider the old budget set as B, capital B, which will be equals to, it will be C2 equals to 500. It will be C2 equals to 500 plus 1 into 15, 500 minus C1, and for B dash it will be C2, and for B dash it will be C2 equals to 500 plus 1.05, 500 minus C1, 500 minus 1.3, C1 minus 500. This happens when C1 is less than 500, and this one takes place when C1 is greater than equals to 500. So now how do we get it? So for C2 is equals to 500. So as you can see, B earns rupees 500 today and 500 tomorrow. Now he can save for future by investing today in bonds that return tomorrow principal plus interest. He can also borrow from bank by paying an interest. When the interest rate on the both bank loans and bonds are 15%, Mr. B chooses neither to save or not borrow. From there we can find these two budget constant. One from old budget constant is given as capital B and new budget constant as capital B dash. Now we can simply draw the budget constant for the two curves. So now say for an example, this is the budget line, starts with more than 1000, there we'll denote it by 1000. 800, 600, 400, 200 and 0. So we have to plot it in the right way. Here we'll measure 200, here 400, here 600, here 800, and here we'll measure 1000. So we have this budget line, and now we can draw another budget line which will eventually look like this. So there are two budget lines that you can see, and they both cut at this point. Now we have to change it a bit because they both will cut at a point at 500, which is here. So they have to cut at this point. So they have to pass. First budget line will pass from this point, and the second budget line need to be passed from this point only. So it will eventually looks like this. The point is they will cut at this point where we'll get 500 here, we'll get 500 here, and we denote it by y1 comma y2 to be equals to 500 comma 500. So here we measure C1, and here we measure C2. Here we measure C1, here we measure C2. Now we have to note one thing, that is B dash is basically B. Now if C1 star comma C2 star, which is the point here, is the best point of capital B, and it's still available in B dash, then it will also be the best point of B dash. So in our case what we see, 500 500, in our case 500 comma 500 is the best point. That is also available in B dash. That is also available in B dash. So I hope I am being able to answer the question that we are solving. That is question number 3. Question number 10.3. So I hope you guys have understood this question. If you still have any query or doubt, you can simply WhatsApp me on this number, which is 9836793076, or you can also go to our website, which is www.souravsirsclasses.com. There you will find a lot of other videos like this, and you will also get to see a lot of other materials which are needed for different entrance exam. So thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day ahead.